Welcome back everyone to part 2 of my 3-part series on the Yolopark AMK Pro, Transformers 1, D16 Megatron, and Optimus Prime Orion packs 2-pack. Enjoy!
Mic, call me the rhyme savior. Matrix of leadership, my voice cuts like a razor. Rolling through Cybertron, my team stays tight. While Decepticons fumble, we ignite the fight. Jazz on the scratch beats, heavy like Energon. Dropping knowledge bombs, so you better hold on. Blaster with the boom, Ultra Magnus on the low. Steel drums hit like punches from a robo throw. Decepticons scheming, they don't know the code. Till all I want, that's the Autobots mode. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Watch us shift gears, we're the lyrical kings.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Deemer's Dominion. I again am Deemer, and today we are doing part 2 of our 3-part Transformers 1 Yolopark AMK Pro Series dual mode switching figures. Yesterday we did Optimus Prime Orion packs. Today we are taking a look at Megatron D16. And if you haven't watched the first video in this series, then go ahead and do that now. Click the little card up there and go watch that first so that you get to see all the unboxing of the original Yolopark box and all the accessories that came with inside the box itself. With that said, we are going to dive in and unbox Megatron D16. First, we'll take a look at the art on the outer box, which is really cool, by the way. I mean, this art is fantastic. Again, just like the Optimus Prime, that is a little bit embossed on the outside here. It feels real nice. It looks great. It shows you the process from the frame to the armor to the final, with the accessories included and the batteries for the switch, and for the batteries for the head and the switch and how it works. This is the other side of the outer box. As you can see, this is an authentic licensed Hasbro product. Okay, let us delid this baby. Okay, so with the protective outer lid we have over the box, we can see that this is another beautifully well done packaging for
All hail Megatron.
As you can see, from D16 to Megatron. Very cool artwork. They did a really great job on this set. That's really cool. Way to go on the graphics for all of this. It is beautifully done, by the way. And here is the back. Again, same as the Optimus Prime Orion packs, where we have no glue, no paint, no tools required. It does give us the schematics of the front and the back. Blue parts are marked as the die-cast parts on the figure itself. So it's very cool up front with you to let you know how much die-cast is in the product itself. And there seems to be quite a bit. And if he is anything like Orion packs and Optimus Prime, he is going to be a great figure. And that is the final side there. And one last look before we go ahead and unbox this bad boy. He is calling to us. He is calling. Unboxing. Go ahead and zippity-doo-dah that away. And that's all that's in that box. Like the Orion packs box, we are labeled in our layers here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice job. Also included, once again, our beautiful instruction guide. I love their artwork. It is fantastic. And just like all the Yolopark Pros, very nicely detailed, wonderful colors, pictures, diagrams. So we know what we're getting into. Okay, that aside for the moment, this is your little calling card. Put that away. And we'll go ahead and start with our cake layers here. Megatron in his freeze-dried prison. Take a quick look there before we get started with everything. That's layer number 1. Layer number 2 is going to be his legs and armor. Layer 3 is probably, that looks like D16's armor, weapons and hands. And of course another base with the Decepticon symbol. That's going to be the magnet, his big ion cannons, blasters, and there are no batteries it looks like. Let us get to the build. Okay, so we're going to take a look at his head here. That head sculpt is great. Look at that. Eyes are painted. That metallic silver is gorgeous. Okay, and just so to see where the battery, once again, like I showed you for Orion packs, the top part just slides up here, pops up like that, and then the face just lifts up like that, and then we have our LED and battery slot there that just tucks in there like that. Center chest. We're also going to need this side. I'll take the matching side here, pop them in as well. And there you have his back, which will pop on there and snap in like that. And in case I haven't mentioned it, first we're going to be building Megatron. And we're going to take the head and pop it in that big old socket there, like that. He's got a good range of movement there. And his waist. Let's just pop in until you hear that pop. And the fingers fully articulated like Optimus Prime. The two bottom ones are together, and then we've got independent movement there, and of course then this will just pop in like that. And we're gonna need these pieces for the arms.
Calling shots for y'all, Soundwave rocking the beat. Watch the Autobots crawl. Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior.
Same. The other side, except it's two square peg or rectangular pegs, rectangular holes. This way you can't mess up which side goes where. It's actually a pretty nice touch there. There. And we'll do the same for the other one. This side has the two rectangular pegs. This one has the two rectangular pegs. Has to be this side, can't mess it up. And we have rectangular peg, square peg, rectangular hole, square hole. That's very, very smart. I do like that a lot. This actually comes together so far easier than Optimus Prime D16. But the arm is also lighter. This is a very light plastic on this one.
Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior, transmission clear, fear the Decepticon interior. I've risen, now you shall fall by the Lord Megatron, I'm the law above all. Metal fist clenched, tearing through the halls, Cybertron's kingpin, Autobots y'all crawl. Crime can't stop me, I'm the code executioner, grinding gears of war, call me the future's commissioner. Decepticons unite, this revolution's the signature. Roll out, now we steamroll, picture that scripture. Either way, wrecking every block, say it loud and proud. Fuck the Autobots! We rise, they drop, every move gets caught, Decepticons forever. We the ones they forgot! I'm Starscream scheming, backstabs my art, but I keep it Decepticon, tearing bots apart. Hey. Autobots weak, their circuits ain't smart, while I'm flying through the skies, a predator's heart. Energon minds, we taking it all, from Cybertron to Earth, watch them stumble and fall. Hey. Prime so soft, got no backbone to brawl, Megatron's the ruler.
Okay, so make sure you get the orientation right, because this knee bend, I had it the other way.
Spreading the hysteria. Either way, wrecking every block, say it loud and proud. Fuck the Autobots! We rise, they drop, every move gets caught, Decepticons forever. We the ones they forgot!
Okay, so now you have the right leg complete. We're going to do the same for the left leg now. Okay, here is the other foot. Different size pegs and different size holes, so you know you're not going to get lost there. And then that is the leg complete.
Wheel spin, metal grind, Autobots meet defeat. Starscream plotting, but Megatron supreme. Iron fist, rain shattered, Autobots dream. Soundwave, okay. Frequency spike.
Now, we're almost done. Okay, so in case you go through the process and you forget which leg is which, see how the triangle's up here are oriented. This triangle, the slant faces outwards, like that, and opposite. That way you'll know which leg is which for sure. And these obviously are the outsides, insides. Alright, so you're just gonna peg and hold. Right? You all know the deal. You all know the deal. Sick-minded hermits. Okay, so now we're gonna need his interesting gun here. And that gun is gonna go on this arm into that peg and hole here. Like that. Okay, so then we're going to take this gun and this accessory, and we are going to flip it in so that the sight is on top. See the sight here? That goes on top, and then that goes and just squeezes in like that. So you get this awesome gun. So first you're gonna have to pop this back off, this armor. Okay, pops out. And then we're gonna slide this back on in the gap.
Have ended. No more false prophets. Follow me, and you will never scene! Rise up! I will lead us all into the future! I am Megatron!
Okay, so that is Megatron fully built. He looks really cool. Really, really cool. He is hefty. Is he as hefty in comparison to Optimus? I'll have to wait for that video coming up next. But look at the details. Look at the sculpt. Look at the coloring. Very, very screen accurate. I mean, he is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And what I like about this one is I didn't have any tabbing issues. Everything stays together. Everything is solid. He is a little bit more hollow in places but we'll get to that. This isn't the comparison yet. We'll go through his articulation in a moment too. Okay, so in terms of articulation, again we have up and down on a ball and hinge joint for the head there. You can see. So he has full range of motion. And fingers and hands. The fingers are pinned 1, 2, and on a ball joint for the thumb. So he has pretty good movement there. The hands are plastic. They're not heavy or anything, but they are definitely serviceable. Finger 1, 2 pinned there. It does not splay out. So the first finger there, second finger as well, and then the last 2 fingers are pinned together, or glued together rather, and it's just that one pin. So you have more limited motion on that. But you do have full 360, and because it's on a ball joint, you do have all kinds of forward, back, up, and down. Then you have elbow is double, so you have a very good bend at the elbow there, and then in and out as well, and then great shoulder action, but it doesn't go up so high, but it does do a 360. About it for the height there. Okay, and as we saw earlier, we do have a little ab crunch action. And we do have a full swivel around like we saw earlier. So that's great. And then these legs, very well articulated full splits, you can see. And because they are on a ball joint, they have full range of motion, upper twist, and double bend at the knee as well. Really great articulation. Really great articulation. And then as far as the feet go, toes, feet, in and out. So you have excellent posability as well. And next we are going to put him into Cog mode D16. Okay, so let's continue off transformation from Megatron to D16 Cog mode. Okay, so the changes from Megatron to D16 Cog mode doesn't look like it involves a lot, actually. Looks like we're only going to change the chest plates, the side armor plates, and the back plates. So it's only, oh, and of course the head. There are only a few parts here. Let's see, 5, 6 pieces including the head piece here. This is the alternate chest piece. This is the D16 head, which is done really, really well. We have a front shoulder plate here for the back side, and then the front side with the Decepticon emblem, and then there'll be one for matching sides. Okay, so I just shoved the spudger down in here basically to pop that out. Okay. And it's a shame they don't include the actual cog. That's kind of a missed opportunity there. And then we're going to take the D16 chest plate, and then just like the first time around, line up the pegs and the holes, and then just slide it down like that. Right now we're going to change the shoulder armor. And those just untab much easier. And then just work it off. Like that.
I swear to God. No! 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 Fuck!
And then we'll replace. Also, the difference is the D16 shoulder armor pads are not metallic like the Megatron one is. Just thought that was an interesting note. So we trade metal for a Decepticon symbol. Fine. Here's a little unfortunate event.
Later.
The plastic tab here came off, snapped off. That is stuck in there pretty hard. So there's an opportunity for improvement, which is a shame. Although thankfully we still have the other peg in there, so that's going to hold on just as well. It's not going to affect the functionality of it. Okay, so now we're going to remove this side as well. Hopefully nothing will break off. That looks clear and free there. And then we'll take this side off. Try to gently maneuver that off. Wouldn't you know it, this one also snapped off. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. Once again, thankfully we won't need both tabs for the functionality. Those are the arms with the plates on, as you can see. And despite the tab snapping off, we don't lose any of the functionality. These are all just light plastic. They're lighter than I expected, to be honest, even the chest plate here. And that just pops off the ball joint. And then this just will replace like that. Then let's get his proper weapons. And this is the D16 weapon, which is pretty cool. Very nice paint. Nothing sophisticated. As far as weight or metal pieces go, you're going to need to replace the arm cover here from our original, and then that will slide into that tab like that. And now we have D16 with his arm cannon and his look.
Decepticons roll deep. We ain't here to play. Autobots step aside. We're taking over today. Megatron on the mic, calling shots for you.
So with that said, same articulation and movements. Nothing has changed as far as that goes. The head still moves the same level of articulation. Okay. Now, does he look the part? Absolutely. Does he feel the part? When you compare him with other AMK Pro series, and we will do the comparison in the next video with the Orion PAX one. I will give you a little bit of a spoiler alert. Orion PAX does feel much better, and there are better configurations for Orion PAX than Megatron. Now, that said, is he worth getting? Up to you. He is very posable, very fluid. He is overall pretty decent piece. AMK Pro level, I would say about 85 to 90% yes. Is he better than previous AMK ones? For the most part, yes. The simplicity. The G1 Megatron was probably a better version as far as the AMK Pro one goes, in my opinion at least. I'm not sure I'm sold on the dual gimmick on this toy, just because of the quality of the materials change between the two. For instance, this is a metal plate. Why isn't this one? For instance, the chest plates, the armor brackets are metal on this side on the original than they are for, you know, the front ones at least are metallic, whereas these are completely plastic. So you do lose the heft in comparison. I mean, the heads are pretty light. It's very light plastic. The weapons are fairly light plastic as well, although they are beautifully rendered. They look awesome. I'm not opposed to light weapons in general. That way it's easier to pose when you have it on the figure. The figure arms don't get weighted down from the figures itself, the limbs themselves. And then, of course, my other nitpick on this is the broken tabs that came out here. And I don't know, there's a dirtiness to this. You know, whether it's from the factory, it just wasn't properly cleaned off. There's a little bit of grit and grime on my personal copy. I don't know about anyone else. And in comparison, these hands, although articulate well, feel a little bit cheap compared to other AMK Pro hands. So that is really where I am with that. There is a couple other things we're going to do with this figure. I am going to put him back into Megatron mode, and we will go from there. Also, just a quick note, you can put the lighting assembly in D16's head as well, so that's pretty cool that they carried that over. So you won't lose any functionality from the light gimmick as well there. So just pops off and pops back on. Okay, something I didn't realize also, this tab on the back popped off. It is stuck in there as well. So please, guys, be careful when you guys do this and change them from mode to mode. Yolopark, guys, can we do something about these tabbing situations, please? Okay, so also included were the additional hands that you see from left to right. We've got the open hands that are curling a little bit. We've got the closed fists in the middle, and we've got the more properly open hands on the far right, and the two faces on the bottom, the screaming face and the disgruntled face. So those are the options that come with it, the accessories, just for you guys to see. The only other accessory really that remains that we have not seen that's included with the AMK Pro series line, generally speaking, is of course our stands, and this one is the typical normal AMK Pro stand with the magnetic ring here in the center, and then of course we have our Decepticon symbol here with the magnet on the back to activate the lighting feature of the head. So all you do is basically you store that like that, and then we have the metallic riser here that just screws in. like that, and this again is metal and malleable. Megatron basically has his built-in booty hole here for the stand itself, and it is hexagonal, so you just basically line up the sides and pop it in his booty hole, and now you can have him oriented however you like on the stand. And these stands, I mean, they're basic, they're fine, nothing special about them. It does hold up the figure rather well, so that's all there is to that. I do prefer the figures with the built-in hole already, instead of having to change them like on some other figures, and specifically in reference to the Optimus Prime Orion packs set. One last item to deal with, this inclusion here, which was really nice, of Yolopark, which is a D16 Cogless AMK figure. Let's go ahead and build this one real quick as well. And just so you see, I do love how they package these AMK ones. And when you watched my previous video with Optimus Prime D16, you will see that I do love these tins. I'm a big fan of the tin. I collect the tins. I like tins. I like to store things in them. I like the decorative feel. It's very nostalgic for me as far as just the idea of the tins. Inside our tin are the pieces for Cogless, Megatron, D16, the very simple instruction book, Action Edition, D16, and that's literally all it is. A few pages, nice artwork, nice colored designs there. Okay, and then you get the crew. Okay, let's go ahead and build them out. So, our quick articulation, we do have hands with the 360, ball joint in and out. Not any of them are hinged and flexible. Elbow joint, it's only 90, but it does twist around and twist around, so we have good. And no butterfly. This one, oh okay, hold on. There we go, actually, oops. And that popped off. So just be careful when you go high. This will pop off, but it can go that high. Okay, so we have the Decepticon symbol here. You have a nice sculpt of the face, nice paint throughout. So the hip is on a ball joint here, and it can bend that far. Oh, double joint. You got quite the bend. You have nice toe movement, foot movement. You do have in and out here as well. So you've got quite a bit of flexibility and movement in the AMK series. You've got full waist swivel. No ab crunch though, that's okay. So here you go. And then of course the head is a full 360 on a ball joint. The ball joint is a little bit tight, but can go up, down, and do a full 360. It is quite tight. There we have D16.
We keep it moving, no, in a gun drought. Battle tested bars, yeah, we're knocking them out.
Just want to show you also the other backpack. Just slaps on like that, so you have that look as well, which is pretty good as well. He does look really good. That. And the other inclusions are extra hands, pointy finger, open hand, and the fist. And they look pretty good. So, the only thing I kind of wish was that this was seated better, because that comes out pretty easily. See how that just falls in and falls out? And I don't see any other extra pieces to keep that in place, unfortunately. That's all we got, which is a bit of a shame. But in any case, the nice thing about the AMK line is they're fairly inexpensive. You can usually get them on sale quite a bit on Yolopark's site. Not sponsored, by the way. Just letting you guys know I get them directly from Yolopark usually. And the AMK line is still, I think, a great line for as much as detail and flexibility. You get, now they're not perfect. This chest plate keeps wanting to pop off a little bit, and like for this particular figure, I don't have anything to cover that up. It would have been nice if there was a little bit of a cover to keep that covered up, but the flexibility, the posability, the playability is great. They are light figures. There's no metallic pieces in them at all, but fairly decent paint jobs usually on them, and I do recommend them. They are a known product at the end of the day. You know what you're getting, you know what you're paying for. And with the AMK Pro line, it can be a bit of a get in. You think you know what you're getting usually. You hope you know what you're getting. And sometimes you're disappointed a little bit. Sometimes you're frustrated. Most times I'm frustrated. Like in this instance, I've had 3 tabs come off between the shoulders. That's a little bit disappointing.
Autobots will fall. Sound wave superior. Autobots inferior. Broadcasting truth, their future's ulterior.
Okay, so let's do some obligatory comparisons now. Let's start out our comparison with Megatron and AMK Pro Optimus Prime here. Now, they are both beautiful. They both have some issues. Is one built better than the other? Sure. Now, I'm not going to do a full comparison for you all. I'm just putting it out there so that you guys see the scale and scope. These two look great together. Fantastic. They look the part. They look like they came off screen. And as the aesthetics go, they're banging. These guys are hot. I love them. They scale brilliantly with one another. And here we have Orion Pax, the Cogless mode. And here we have D16 Cogless as well. And you can see, also equally brilliant, AMK line, AMK Pro line. Clear differences between the two lines, but when you look at them, you realize that they're all fun. They all look good for their respective lines, especially. And I am happy overall with the purchases. Did I have some disappointments with Megatron? Sure, those tabs really annoyed me a little bit. This annoys me that we don't have anything to really secure this in place here for the cog, and that chest piece keeps falling off with a little bit of handling. This keeps popping off when I want to move his arms up. But at the end of the day, these are relatively inexpensive, very affordable as far as the AMK line goes. You can have a lot of fun with them. They're very playable, very malleable. Now once again, back to the AMK Pro. Okay everyone, just one more thing here as well. I just wanted to remind you, the Optimus Prime actually has a separate piece, and that is to change him into D16. We'll go over that in our Versus review video coming up after this one. And if you've watched the first video in this specific series, you'll know that these are separate builds that work together for the dual mode. D16 does not come with a separate build for the dual mode, which after going through this experience, I think I do prefer the separate parts of the bodies to be built. And I think that way that'll save a lot of the aggravations I experienced with the tabbing issues, and also you retain the heft and whatnot from the build itself. So there's that for consideration and expectations to right size your expectations if you do get these sets. Know what you're getting into as far as that is concerned. Also, the articulation on both of these figures, amazing, amazing. The looks, great. The feel, well, this is definitely better than this, but this still feels pretty good. But man, he looks brilliant. He looks awesome. They both do. But this is the Megatron review, and Megatron looks perfect. He looks like he came off of the TFOne, and these guys look equally cool.
We the ones they forgot.
Decepticons roll deep. We ain't here to play. Autobots step aside.
Okay, everyone, so that is the set. There will be a comparison video, a proper comparison video between the two. And to wrap things up, let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think so far? If you watch both videos, you know what the expectations are. Let me know if you guys have these. If you guys have run into some of the same issues, if you run into different issues. I know a couple people that have these guys and they've run into a variety of issues themselves. So give me your thoughts, give me your feels, give me your concerns. Now they are available at the Yolopark website. Again, I am not sponsored by them. And I just love building, you know, the figures. I've collected a bunch of them. And they do go on sale quite a bit. So if you like them, by all means, you do you. Enjoy yourselves. I always enjoy building them. I have a lot of fun with them. I do walk in with knowing the typical expectations and frustrations that I do get with the NK Pro line specifically. And it is probably my favorite of the lines. I do love the AMK for their ease of everything, honestly. I know what their expectations are. I love how inexpensive they are. They compare great with blockies. And I know what I'm getting at the end of the day. Those are my thoughts. Those are my experiences. And that's my wrap, everyone. Once again, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the subscribers out there. We've cracked 21,000, unbelievably. And I am so in gratitude and awe of everyone and everything so far, so fast. And if you could always, once again, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're a new viewer. I would greatly appreciate if you all help me continue to grow and show your continued support. And I can keep doing these types of events for you all because I do enjoy them. With that said, everyone, stay young, stay fun. Peace out.